Hi, welcome to Winging It and Winning, a podcast show where you will be motivated and encouraged to follow your dreams. Hi, you guys. It's me, Veronica, your host for Winging It and Winning, and I am so happy to be here. I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my YouTube channel and everyone who has downloaded or at least listened to at least one of my podcasts. I really appreciate the love and support, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Today, I'm going to talk about something that I have practiced and become good at, and something that I think is so important in our life, and that is focusing on positive self-talk, okay? So, first I want to preface this talk by saying that it is completely normal to encounter negative self-talk from time to time, okay? We all have negative thoughts about ourselves during the day. It is normal. But the cool thing is that once you're able to realize and recognize the negative self-talk and you're able to rebuttal it, so that way it doesn't affect you and it doesn't affect your life. That is the key to today's episode. It's not to say that you're never going to encounter negative self-talk, because I would lie if I said that I never encountered negative thoughts about myself, because I do. But the trick is recognizing when you have those self-talks and chopping it off and stopping it in its tracks and rebuttaling it. So today we're going to go over 4 different types of negative self-talk that we encounter. And we're going to talk about how to rebuttal each type. Okay? So let's get into it. First of all, I want to say that I am recording and using a new microphone. So if I sound a little bit different, it's just because I'm using this new microphone. It's the Shure SM7B, and I love it so far. And one of my favorite podcasters is Joe Rogan, and he uses this microphone. And so anyways, when I got it, I was so super excited. So anyways, if I sound different, that's why. Let's see how it works. You know, how it helps my voice. So anyways, let's get into the 4 types of negative self-talk. All right. The first type of negative self-talk is personalizing. This is a type of self-talk that is more like taking responsibility for everything that goes bad in their life. So, for example, if, say you are hosting a dinner party and you invite 5 couples, but only 3 couples show up. This is saying your negative self-talk would take it personal, right? And you're telling yourself things such as, I'm not a good friend. They don't like me. They didn't come because they think I'm boring. You start to personalize the reason why they didn't go. Okay? And so in reality, that might not be the reason, but you are automatically going to that point in your mind saying, no, it's my fault they didn't come. So the way you can rebuttal this is by calling them up. Hey, I missed you. What happened? Are you okay? And hopefully in that conversation, they'd be able to say, oh yeah, I'm fine, but we just were busy, or we had prior commitments, or so on and so forth. It's also doing a reality check in your mind. Is there any other evidence besides them not coming that they don't like me? Is there any other reason why they wouldn't come, why they wouldn't like me? So kind of reality checking yourself. And in that, you'll realize that, no, I text them today, we talked yesterday, we're good. It's just that maybe something else came up. You literally have to talk back to that negative self-talk when you are encountering it. The second type of negative self-talk is filtering. So this type of negative self-talk is when you magnify the negative aspects of a situation and filter out all of the positive ones. So for example, say you are doing a workout regimen you're working out 5 days a week. and that's your goal. Okay? And say you miss 2 of the 5 days. Well, filtering, you will focus on those 2 that you missed, and you'll tell yourself things such as, I should have never done this anyways. This is out of my league. This is too much for me. I can't do it. Why did I actually believe that I can do this? I can't believe I missed 2 days. I'm such a loser. Those are the kind of things that filtering negative self-talk does. Those are the thoughts. But what you can do is realize that you're focusing on what you missed, but what you can do is focus on what you didn't miss. So instead, say, you know what? I might have missed 2 days, but I went 3 days. That's better. Next week, I'll do better. It's okay, Veronica. Don't worry. It's okay. Don't talk negative to yourself. You're going to be fine. You literally have to tell yourself that stuff. You have to focus on what, in order to rebuttal the filtering type of negative self-talk, you have to focus on what you were able to accomplish, not what you were not able to accomplish. The third type of negative self-talk is catastrophizing. So catastrophizing means that you anticipate the worst. Okay, so you automatically anticipate the worst. So for example, say you are going to work. You're going to work. You leave at 9 a.m. or you leave at 8 a.m. to get there at 9. You always leave at that time. You always get there on time to work. But this day, there's traffic. This day, there's an accident and you get to work. You realize that you're going to get to work late. So what you do is you catastrophize the situation and you tell yourself, I'm going to be late. My day's going to be bad. I'm going to get fired. I'm going to get written up. My boss is going to be so mad. You start to think of the worst of the worst of the worst because you're going to be late. So that is what catastrophizing negative self-talk does. Catastrophizing negative self-talk also makes you be anxious. It causes anxiety because if you're thinking of the worst in the situation, you're starting to get nervous. Your heart is starting to pump really fast. You're starting to sweat. You're starting to have physical symptoms because of what you're thinking and what you're telling yourself. So when you're experiencing this, what you can do to rebuttal is take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and realize that you're exaggerating. You're going to be okay. Talk yourself off the ledge. I am not going to get fired. I'm always on time. I'm going to be okay. And then take actions. What can you do to make yourself better in that moment? Maybe call your boss. Maybe send a text to a coworker so they know what's going on. Send a text to your supervisor so she knows or he knows what's going on. Take a picture of the traffic so you can prove that there was a car accident. Those are little things that you can do to help your mind calm down in those catastrophizing situations. The fourth type of negative self-talk is polarizing. So with polarizing, you're either all good or all bad, no in between. Okay? And so with polarizing, you might think that you're just bad. For example, say you have your kid's appointment, okay? So you have your child has a dentist appointment and you forget about the dentist appointment. It just slipped your mind. You forgot. Well, once you realize you forgot, instead of giving yourself grace, what you do is say, I am such a bad mom. I cannot believe I forgot my child's dentist appointment. I need to get it together. I am so disorganized. I am not worthy of this kid. I don't even know why I had kids. I can't handle it. It is too bad. I cannot do this. I cannot get organized. I am not capable of watching my child or taking care of my child. Those are the kind of negative self-talks that's what polarizing negative self-talk sounds like. So how you could rebuttal this self-talk is by telling yourself the reality. You know what? Things happen. It's okay that I forgot. I can reschedule the dentist appointment. It's going to be okay. I have so much on my plate and, it must have just slipped my mind. It's okay. Just talking to yourself as if you would talk to your best friend. What would you tell your best friend in that situation? So I think that we need to realize that we have control of our negative self-talk and how we think about ourselves. I am that friend that will literally tell my friends not to talk badly about themselves. For example, I have a friend and she's always like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. I forgot this. Oh my God, I'm so dumb. I forgot that. And I literally tell her, don't call yourself dumb. Leave that for other people. Other people are always going to talk ish on us or on, each other. That's just what people do. Don't do it to yourself. And it's so annoying because I know that they mean no harm. I know that they don't really, hopefully they don't really think they're dumb. It's just something they say in an instant. But those little words have so much power. And if you hear it over and over, you're going to start to believe it. And so I am that friend and I am that person who even tells myself, like, don't say that about yourself. You're capable. You're okay. You're fine. That corrects me. And I tell my kids too all the time, don't say that about yourself. That sounds ugly. Don't do that. And I know that they don't mean any harm. They really they don't mean any harm. But in my head, I just feel like I just want them to know that we don't need to talk negative about ourselves. Okay? Enough people will do it for us. We don't need to do it to ourselves. The reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is because with Winging It and Winning, I really believe that we are in control of our own destiny. And just because nobody showed you how to talk nicely to yourself or the importance of positive self-talk and the importance of what we say to ourselves, just because you were never taught that from your parents or from school or from anyone else, it doesn't mean that you can't learn how to change the way you think about yourself. Because you can learn how to reprogram your negative thoughts into positive thoughts, which will eventually change the trajectory of your life. Once you start to believe in yourself, once you start to be nice and kind to yourself, you're going to start expecting other people to be kind to you. You're going to start demanding it. You're going to start demanding respect. Your self-esteem is going to go up. You're going to start taking chances that you never thought you'd take just because you start believing in yourself. So with Winging It and Winning, I really want you guys to understand that I am not here saying that I know and I got this on lock and this is like something that I've perfected. But this is something that I'm practicing and I'm doing every day. And since I have been doing it, my life has improved so much. And I know if I can do it, anybody out there can. And so I'm just sharing my experiences and my little tips in hopes that it motivates somebody and helps somebody out there. That's all I'm doing. And the more we practice something, the better we get at it. So although it might be hard in the beginning, although it might be uncomfortable, although you might sound silly arguing with yourself or trying to rebuttal your negative thoughts within your head, or whether you say them out loud, it's okay. It's okay if it sounds silly. It's okay if it's uncomfortable, because the more you do it, eventually those automatic negative thoughts will become automatic positive thoughts, automatic calming thoughts, automatic positive affirmation thoughts. So today I shared 4 types of negative self-talk and how we can rebuttal those types of negative self-talk, in hopes to help somebody out there learn techniques to help them start being kinder to themselves. If you like today's episode, please share it with somebody Please subscribe to my YouTube channel or download my podcast wherever you get your podcasts from. And I want to say thank you for watching, because time is one of the most valuable gifts you can give someone. So thank you for gifting me with your time today by watching my podcast or listening to my podcast. Until next time, remember that winging it and winning is a mindset, and only you have the power to create your best life. Thank you and take care. Bye-bye.